Comparing the two candidates' platforms, I'd say that Pierre Poilievre's ideology aligns more closely with traditional Canadian values and principles. Here's why. Mark Carney, as a global financier, has emphasized the importance of a strong, unified international economy and climate policy. While this may sound appealing on paper, I worry that it would lead to a loss of Canadian sovereignty and independence. Under his leadership, Canada would likely follow a more globalist agenda, prioritizing international cooperation and agreements over domestic priorities. In contrast, Pierre Poilievre has taken a more nationalistic approach, focusing on rebuilding Canada's economic strength, restoring its industrial base, and promoting self-reliance. His emphasis on Canadian identity and culture resonates with many Canadians who feel disconnected from the globalized economy and unsure about Canada's place in the world. Poilievre's plans for healthcare, economic growth, and crime reform seem more tailored to meet the needs of everyday Canadians, whereas Carney's proposals often rely on international frameworks and solutions. For instance, under Carney's plan, Canada would likely implement a carbon tax modeled after Germany's, which might stifle local industries and economies. When it comes to housing, immigration, and policing, Poilievre's stance seems more conservative and protectionist. He advocates for stricter borders, reduced immigration rates, and more targeted social programs to address poverty and inequality. This approach appears more palatable to those seeking a stronger sense of community and, to continue, I'd argue that Pierre Poilievre's focus on building a strong, independent Canada would allow us to make our own decisions on issues like healthcare, education, and the environment. He doesn't seem to be beholden to global interests or EU-style regulations, which could result in a more autonomous and resilient nation. Furthermore, his emphasis on small businesses, entrepreneurs, and family-friendly policies appeals to many Canadians who feel frustrated with the current system. By reducing red tape and increasing economic opportunities, Poilievre aims to create a more level playing field for everyone. On the other hand, Mark Carney's proposals, while well-intentioned, often rely on centralized authority and bureaucratic solutions. He's proposed significant increases in spending on social programs, which could exacerbate existing budget deficits. Additionally,